Hola, senors and senoritas. That is gross. Alright. Everybody loves a clean camera. What's up, guys? If you go to Twitch to watch my stream, you can comment and I'll see it and I'll be able to reply, which is always a good thing. Yes, I'm going to say that a couple times throughout the night so that people know where to go if they want to comment, where I'll see it. Because it'll pop up on a screen for me to see. Cool. Let's make sure that we are moving in the right direction. We are. Good. I am driving to California. Okay.
In 600 feet, turn right onto the I-40 West ramp to Santa Rosa.
I just stopped at the jankiest gas
Turn right onto
station.
the I-40 West ramp, then merge onto I-40 West.
I'm pretty certain that the guy who works the gas station lives there at the house that is connected to the gas station. Yeah. They don't have a bathroom, but there was a porta potty nearby. So, that's great. Why am I sharing that information? That's gross. Cool. We're off to a good start. Oh boy. Mexican wilderness. I'm about 2 hours away from Albuquerque, so once I get to the rest stop, that'll be it for the stream. But until then, hopefully this will be an enjoyable ride for you all to join along. Woo. Some people love to zoom. I mean, you can like go on the live stream right now and check to see if they can hear what you're saying. Yeah, okay. So the current plan as it stands is I'm going to go and stay with Krista for 5 days, and then from there, I need to text her. Actually, would you mind texting to mean, Lola, Roxy, cool, yeah. You know, cool names. Well, that's good. That I hope now my mom knows she has a really cool name in other people's opinions. I'm not gonna call her Roxy. I'm not gonna call her Lola either. I'm gonna call her Mom. That's good. That's good. Yes. It was. I'm so glad that chocolate is an antioxidant. I'm pretty sure that dark chocolate is. So, great. Mm. They're ringing the wrong doorbell. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, well, nice. That's a good idea. They don't ring the doorbell. Yeah. Yeah, right. No, I didn't. Liar. You should have. You should have just said, no. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that is a great phone tactic. The silent, long pause. It's always great. Yeah, that's a police interrogation tactic. Did you know that? That because often when you're trying to get a liar to, get, like reveal that they're lying, what you need to do is you like they if you get them to talk, if they start talking and they start explaining something, don't answer to their answer right away. Give them like a breath essentially to like fill that space with more information. Because the more information that they put out, like the better the chance that they're going to put their foot in their mouth and like, say something that what's the word I'm looking for? Incriminates. Yes. Oh, oh, good. Oh, you hear both of us. Oh, okay. Hey, how's it going? Um, yeah. Now we're gonna beat him up. Ah, gosh, the most incredible stories. Oh, okay. Did you know that Kelsey and Tara? No, I'm just kidding. uh, yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing juicy. I came from the most murdery gas station I've ever been at in my entire life. It was just like in the middle of nowhere. There was like one pump, and it was anywhere where there's like a whole lot of open space to do the shooting, they like guns. So, yeah. Why do you think Canada also likes guns? A bunch of open space. What do you think it filled with? Bullets. It feels weird. Do you feel like you have to perform in some weird way? Like you can't speak unless you have something interesting to say? So you should go and check. I really want you to check that you, because if they can really hear both you and me, then this could turn into a call-in radio show, honestly. Are you gonna? All right, let's find out. There's probably a delay in the stream, so you might take a bit for you to hear yourself. But you can hear yourself? Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's a one-sided conversation. Well, that makes sense. Ah, see, perfect. I didn't know that that rash had grown like that, babe. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow. What a serious and real thing we're talking about right now. Well, go to the doctor and get it cleared up as soon as you can. That ointment won't apply itself. Oh, that's right. The rash will only get worse. Doctors don't care about your rashes right now. That'd be really interesting. That's really funny. Uh, well, I'm glad that people can only hear my side of this conversation because it's really the amount of inappropriate things that you've said so far that your father would be absolutely appalled to hear. Gosh, goodness gracious. Well, if anyone is watching and they do want to communicate with me in a way that I can see, all you have to do is go to Twitch and comment in the chat, and I'll see that, and everyone will see that. I never saw your comment. I never. I did. When did I say that? Oh yeah, no, I said that if you want to do that, go there. But I never saw your comment in particular because it goes away. It doesn't stay on my screen. It like pops up and then it fades away. And so it must have happened when I wasn't looking. There is yeah, there's like settings and stuff for the widget that I can adjust to make it so that like comments will stay on the screen longer and things like that. I haven't done any of that. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, I mean, it pops up and it's like a three syllable word. That's not difficult. But if people are like typing paragraphs, I'm not going to be able to read that. Somebody says like, "Hey, where are you?" I can answer that question. Twitch, Twitchy Christina, because on Twitch, I love it. I love that. That's so great. There's so many great possible ways to Is it like a really big process to like be able to comment on Twitch? Oh my gosh. Right. Oh my gosh. What? Well, that sounds overly complicated and unfun. Hmm. I'm sorry. Because I know that it did work. I know that it definitely like because I commented something myself and then I switched over to it really quickly to see if it posted and it did. No, on Twitch. No, I'm not seeing him. Uh, I also need to make like the font bigger or something too because it's like a really tiny little at like the bottom of the screen. What? Is this because your laptop is like completely zoomed in? Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta zoom it out and make it smaller so that that chat window shows up. A live stream for church service. Should we start taking bets as to whether or not I'm going to spend the night in a Walmart parking lot or an actual rest stop? Oh, I see something. Is that somebody said something? It's blocked off at the bottom. Oh no! I have to adjust the window. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it popped up. Yeah, so the chat window is like too low, and the grip that's holding. I no, I'm not. I'm not. I may just pull over and fix it really quick though, because I feel like that's reasonable. Well, welcome, Christina. Don't you feel like this is such a personal experience? Don't you feel reached out to and interconnected with? No. Oh, you're adorable, and I love you. No, you don't have to. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's. I'm glad the clock on in the car has not changed yet, so I know exactly what time it is all the times. I mean, I do this rest stop, but if the rest stop is closed, then I'm gonna go to Walmart. Yeah. So thanks, babe. Yeah, that's always been a dream of mine. To you know, qualifies, I guess, is one version of that. But yeah. So I don't know if they're like non-Americans watching, but Walmart parking lots, or skies look tumultuous, for sure. I hope there's not going to be a tornado. I don't know what a tornado looks like before it forms. If the sky that I'm currently looking at is what it looks like, then I think I'm in trouble. But yeah, I think the Walmarts are built pretty tough. Ooh. Yeah, it. Oh, yeah. Can you see it? Yeah, that sky looks gnarly. No, I don't have much further to go. I'll be stopping probably close to around 9 o'clock tonight. So, uh, it is 7:52 my time, so it's almost 8. So, yeah, let me double check. Actually, I think that is that 64 miles? Yeah, I'm about 8:52 is what it's saying that I'll arrive at the rest stop. So, I mean, if I don't make it there, then or I should say, if it's closed, then I can just move on to Walmart, wherever the next one is, within 400 miles, because that's how much range I have right now, I guess. I mean, I hope. So, okay, love. I love you so much, Snuggle Bear. All right, sweet cheeks. Okay. All right. I love you. Bye. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll fix that chat and all that tomorrow. That would be interesting to have. This. Oh, look. You can see me. And that's not blinding. Just visibility. I can angle these. This is a nice car. This is a 2020 Dodge. Something. Caravan? It's an SUV. It's a Dodge SUV. The draft behind you. Good, buddy. Yeah, the sky looks real tornado-y. I don't know what tornadoes generally look like before they form, but a lot of the sky looks like partial tornadoes. Like if 8 or 9 tornadoes just dropped down in the middle of where I'm driving, I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably not a good thing to say on a stream that my mom is most likely watching. Yeah. Probably choose my words a little more carefully. It's probably fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Twister with the actors in that. Tom Hanks and Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm almost certain those are the real actors in the movie Twister. That was a cool movie. That was really good. There were some really incredible visual effects that they did in that movie that were pretty pretty ahead of its time. I mean, you should go back and watch Twister, that scene where they drive through the house that's rolling across the road. That was not all practical. That was a bunch of CGI in there. And that was like very early CGI. Corridor Digital did a really cool video on that. And a bunch of other special effects. From the 90s. I think that was a 90s movie. Twister. With Tom Hanks and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Amazing. Let's see. I do not have far to go. I got 58 miles. That's it. Shoot, I'm gonna be there in no time. I'm so jazzed. Oh man, I don't like this weather though. It's weird. I've never really been in. I can't really think back to a time where I've ever been in like a really bad weather situation. I've never been through like a storm, like a hurricane. I've never been through a hurricane. I've been through a tornado. I've been through earthquakes, but I feel like earthquakes don't really count. I don't feel like earthquakes count in the way that like other natural disasters do. Maybe that's just me being a Californian and not taking earthquakes seriously enough. But like I've never lived through a flood, through a hurricane, through a tornado, through like a monsoon. There's so many other natural disasters that have to do with like wind and rain and snow. I've never lived through a blizzard. I want to experience a blizzard so bad. Like I know, you know, there's probably a lot of like civic issues that come up with a blizzard hitting a city and shut down and make it lose money, whatever. But if it's gonna happen, I would like to be there, you know? I don't know. Just like, okay, give me a blizzard, is what I'm asking. That would be wild if it started snowing right now. I would flip out! Although, that would not be good for me driving currently. I feel like this winter, I had my hopes up so high also for like any kind of like large amount of snowfall, and it just never happened. It never came along. I never got that like just dump of snow. There was one flurry that happened while I was so I recently worked on the show Dickinson, that Apple TV show, and we were at a location out on Long Island, and out of nowhere we had like a whiteout where it was just dumping snow for like maybe 10 minutes at tops, 5-10 minutes, dumping snow, just like tons of snow. The wind kicked up, it was crazy, but then it was gone. That was it. It was just like there, it left like a quarter of an inch of snow on the ground everywhere, and I'll come back to work. It was just really strange. I'd never experienced like a squall. Like I guess that's what you would consider a microburst, when the clouds just kind of like let go of all of their moisture suddenly over a location, and then just dump it all. And we were like right there near the coast in this really beautiful old castle building in like the northern part of Long Island, and yeah, it was a trip. I'd never experienced crazy weather like that. Experienced earthquakes, but no crazy weather. I'd never, yeah. I mean, there's some stuff that I never want to experience. Like I never want to be caught in a fire. I feel like fire has got to be one of the worst ways to go. I hear that it's actually not as painful as one might think, because when you, maybe I shouldn't talk about this, there could be people watching watching that are squeamish. But needless to say, it doesn't hurt after a little bit. Obviously, your nerve endings get destroyed. And then you suffocate. That's what kills you. But man, what an awful, awful way to go. I imagine being stabbed, another terrible way to go. I would hate to be stabbed. Shoot me. Don't stab. Why would you stab someone? What a personal, like, slow, agonizing process. But like a gunshot is like quick, you know? Like, oh, there it is. Ugh. And like in movies, often, you know, they always do the thing where like they get shot and then they're like, ugh. And then they look down and the camera pans down and then the bullet wound is there. And then it like only then starts bleeding after it gets looked at, because it's like it happens so fast you don't even notice it, you don't even feel it. It's just like boom, you get hit and then that's it, you know. Except for Reservoir Dogs, where that guy is like dying from a gunshot wound for like the entirety of the movie. I don't know, I've never seen the entirety of Reservoir Dogs. I've only seen the first half. So please don't spoil Reservoir Dogs for me. I will watch it eventually. I just haven't yet. A lot of movies that I still need to catch up on. Movies I need to get into my brain. Well, it looks like it's 10 o'clock for New York right now, which means it's 9 o'clock for the is it Central Mountain Time? And then now I am in 8 o'clock time, which is this middle America part, Midwestern. I don't know what you would consider it. And eventually, I will break into the final time zone, which is maybe California. I think it changes once I hit Nevada, though. And I think that Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings. So their time zone may be different depending on the time of the year. They may be like a part of one or the other. It switches back and forth. Which is weird, because I think that every single state should do away with daylight savings times. I just think it's a better idea. We don't live in a society where we're daylight dependent anymore. And for the people who are, there are alarm clocks and smartphones that will wake you up with the sunrise rather than like at a specific time. The person was not moving very quickly. Yeah, I mean, there's an interesting thing that happens with daylight savings. At the switch, there are more car accidents and more heart attacks because people are waking up earlier, or going to, like, when it switches the bad way, the not fun way, the one where you lose an hour. Like, people drive really late and they fall asleep at the wheel, and so there are a bunch of extra car accidents because of the switch. And then there are also a bunch of extra heart attacks because people wake up or they run late, or there's extra stress involved with that. And that, I think, attributes itself to more heart attacks. Do away with daylight savings, just keep it at that early time, and then that's it. And then we never have to push back, we never get the extra, you know, whatever hour of our day. But, you know, all the same, ooh, that rest area looks like it's closed. It is. I really hope that my rest area is not closed. Oh, I really hope. Do all rest areas close overnight? Have I just never known this? Are rest areas merely just, like, is that a misnomer in my own brain that to go there and rest at night is the thing you can do? That one looks open. That rest area looks open. Can people sleep at that rest area? How do I get over there? Do I gotta get off and get on and go the other direction? This is... Okay. I really hope that this rest area that I'm going to is open, because it is 47 miles away. I mean, I'm about a half an hour away, I think. But, yeah, if it's not, then that means it's Walmart parking lot time again. And how ever much I do love sleeping in a well-lit parking lot for a superstore, it probably means I'm going to be driving for a good distance more, because I'm on the outskirts of Albuquerque. I'm going to have to drive like into Albuquerque to get to Walmart. I'm going to have to drive a little further. I'm going to have to drive a little longer, which means that sleep will be later. Live streaming is weird because you feel like you have to fill the silence with word vomit. And I think it's a very effective way at probably getting people to open up about things that they wouldn't normally share. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what ridiculous things I share in the next 30 minutes before I cut the cord. Oh, updates. I don't know if people want updates. But Mom is probably staying at the hospital for the next 2 weeks, so that she can stay there for the next round of chemo. Depends on how the next few procedures go for her. We'll see. But yeah. Also, wonderful turn of events. My dad has been allowed to be there with my mom in her room with her. They were able to get him in there. I don't know how my sister finagled it, or my dad wore him down, or my mom cried and pleaded enough. But, you know, they worked it out. They figured it out, and now she's there. She's in the wonderful comfort company of my father. Hopefully that continues, you know, that they allow him to stay there, because he's been able to help a little bit with my mom and getting up and getting around, since it's difficult for her to walk a bit. Yeah. Desert. It's getting rain. I wonder if it'll soak it up real quick. I am very interested to see the metrics of what has happened now that all these cars are off the road. You know? Like, it's empty out here. Like, I've driven on this road before across the United States. Like, I've driven these roads. These roads usually have, even during late at night, they've got a bunch of other cars. You know? There's a pretty decent amount of people driving on them. So especially when I come into cities. It feels empty. It's weird. I'm just like, flowing right through city after city. There's no slowdowns. There's a ton of road work going on, obviously, because they can, cut a lot of these freeways, highways, interstates. They can cut them all down to one lane because that's how much is being used right now. It's like a single lane highway is really it. Yeah, this is a trip. Let me show you here what I see. Yeah. Truckers. It's just trucks all the way down the line. You can't really see as far as I can see, but every single vehicle all the way down this road is just a truck. There are no passenger vehicles. And that just feels weird to me. So part of it is like all these cars that are off the road, how's that going to affect the environment? Like, on top of that, all these planes that aren't flying, that's going to be a huge amount of carbon emissions that aren't getting pumped into the atmosphere. Like, so many planes are not in the air right now. It's super wild. I just, I can't imagine what that will do for the future, Anyways, just thought I would wax philosophical for a sec. How long do I got? 38 miles. Alright. 38 miles to go. Wunderbar. I don't want to learn another language. Ugh, my wife is so showing me up. So those who don't know, my wife is a translator at the UN. She speaks English, obviously her first language. She's an English major. And she speaks French and Spanish. And she's learning Russian. It's like, come on. Your husband looks silly enough already. You don't need to, all he can do is accents. He can't actually speak another language. I'm Mexican, and my wife speaks way better Spanish than I will ever speak. On like a literary level. But that's fine. I'm only ashamed to my family and culture. But I want to learn Spanish. That's one really big one that I really want to learn. The other one I really want to learn is I want to learn Japanese. Like, I want to learn an Asian language. I don't know if I want to learn Chinese, like Mandarin or Cantonese. I feel like those would be really hard. I've already got like a few Japanese words down. I would be actually interested in learning Korean. I hear that it is actually not a very difficult language to learn to read or pronounce, but I don't know, with as far as like grammar and syntax and all that other stuff, learning that will probably be much more difficult. But just phonetically pronouncing the words that you see from Korean, I heard that Korean is very easy to pick up really quickly. It was actually, the language was created by a linguist. The Korean language itself, the written language, I should say. The spoken language, I think, evolved over years and years and years from other proto languages and whatnot. But the written language came about from a linguist who kind of created this alphabet specifically to help people be able to learn it really quickly so they could pronounce it, so that they could get written word out very quickly. Which is interesting. I wonder what kind of impact that had on like the development of the language, because slang and slang terminology often develops from like how we use our written language change to how we shorten things or abbreviate things. And I wonder if the development of the language was done in such a way that that would make certain slang result. Like, if it was almost like an equation, like if you do this, then that, you know, like LOL, you know, well, lol, laughing out loud, you know. What's the Korean version of that? What's the, you know, Portuguese version of that? You know, I think that I know in a lot of Brazilian, or not Brazilian, but just in a lot of Latin American speaking communities, the word for like ha 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 is ja 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 ja. It's J-A, which is interesting. I don't know why I find that so interesting, but it just developed on its own. Like, that is the ha 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 ha, the same way you would say ha 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 ha, ha phonetically. You know, that's the same way you would laugh. But is their LOL like different from our LOL? What is their LOL? You know? Is it YOY? I don't know what I'm trying to. There's a better linguist than me. Work with that. There's a pun in there somewhere. Not here though. Gone through my brain out the back. Oh, 32 miles. 32 miles to go. Oh, did I finish my water? Nope. Drink your water, kids. It's important. Importante. See, I know how to pronounce the Spanish word, so I feel like it would be easy for me to learn it pretty quickly. I feel like that is not a difficult thing that I can do. I can pronounce the words well enough to, I don't know, sound like I know what I'm saying. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, ¿y tú? ¿Cómo se dice every single other word in the Spanish language? I don't know. But it sounds like I know what I'm saying. And so when I talk to other Spanish speakers, all I'll say is like, oh, hola, ¿cómo estás? You know? Oh, I'm like, ah! So I've grown accustomed to basically faking a bad, like, Spanish accent, bad Mexican, and speaking, like, poorly. So, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? You know, and then they're like, oh, inglés. You know, they'll speak in English. I'll be like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank you. Thank you that you're bilingual. A trait that should be so easy for me, who grew up in a Spanish-speaking household, that I just never did it. My parents kept it as their secret language that they would speak to each other whenever there was stuff that they wanted to communicate about that the kids couldn't know about. And one day they're gonna like invent some kind of weird machine that unlocks all of your old memories, and you just have full access to reliving past moments of your life. And I'm gonna get in that machine and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, what were my parents talking? You know, it's gonna be pretty amazing. I wonder what kind of things I was privy to as a kid that people were just like, oh, he's just a kid, he doesn't know what we're talking about, or he doesn't understand what we're talking about. Because there's so many movies that I've watched, like I watch again, and you like get all of these inside jokes. There's so many like hidden things, so many like little, you know, innuendos and stuff that you never pick up on as a kid until you're like much older, and then eventually, you know, as an adult, you go back and you watch, you know, Rocko's Modern Life, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is, whoa, I can't believe that. Like, even SpongeBob episodes, I'm like, oh dang, what are they doing here? You know, like, There's innuendos in the Flintstones, you know? It's funny that they get away with so much because just that idea of like, well, it's a kid. The kid doesn't get it. They're not going to know what we're talking about, you know? We can get away with whatever. There's so many Nickelodeon shows like that. I feel like all that, I feel like did that all the time. Where there was lots of humor for the adults. But there was also just like, all of that I feel like is very much that, like, middle school to like freshman year of high school, like, I want to be funny, and funny equals weird or gross or random. And I remember going through that phase of like, oh, I'm so random, you know, and just doing like weird things, thinking that was humor because it was random and it was like something that no one had ever done before. And I was like, I'm very original, you know. Oh no, more rain. It's all right. It's just sprinkles, and I only have 27 miles to go. Oh, who's that? Random stuff was lovely. I gotta make the text bigger. I'm gonna make the text bigger, and I'm gonna make the thing appear better. Yeah, I was the worst. Like, I was that kid that was like, I'm so random, you know. And we all had that friend, like, who would like make up a song or something like that, and they would like be like, I ate my toast and I spit out birds and I grew a pumpkin out of my butt, you know, just like whatever random thoughts. And like, because they were so disjointed and weird, because I think in a way that is like comedy. Like, comedy is setting up an expectation and then subverting that expectation, you know. You have like a very tall man going to a hairdresser, and it's very strange. It's like there's incongruity, and the incongruity is funny. And so as a kid, I think our understanding of comedy is just like, I'm just gonna put a bunch of things that don't go together in a soup and I'm gonna cook it up, and that's comedy. Dinosaurs wearing eyeglasses and doing math homework, random. But that's, I don't know. But kids laugh at that. Like, see, the thing is, if you were 6 years old, that would be funny. That is like a legitimate, like, as me as a 6-year-old, I would have seen that and been like the weird stuff, like the really weird random stuff that would happen on like SpongeBob, or the weird random stuff that would happen in, you know, different shows that really went weird and random. It was funny, and I feel like some of those things still are funny, but again, they like set up an expectation and they subvert it rather than just being like really weird. Oh gosh, I'm gonna, as soon as I pull over, I'm gonna fix the Twitch chat because I want to see what people are saying, and I can just barely see it. I am so bad at doing internet, so I apologize. But whoever's commenting right now, I love you and I care deeply for you, and you matter. Anyways, yeah, I'm so glad that I grew out of that whole weird randomness. But I think it helped going through that stage because it kind of like developed that creative part of my brain that like wants to search for things, you know? Like, you've ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyways? Where they're doing improv and they're going through like all the different, you know, like songs where they're making up stuff on the fly. Like, how incredible does your brain have to be to just pull from like a vast swamp of knowledge of just random things and build and put together a scaffold that eventually holds up a joke, and like a good joke, a funny joke. And not the same joke. They're like different jokes every single night. You know, every time they do a different episode of Whose Line, it's different stuff. Like, I'm sure they throw away a bunch of stuff. Oh, good night, babe. My wife is going to sleep. I love you. Maybe you're the one who's commenting. Yeah, let's hope that rest stop is open and I can sleep there. Yeah, just that ability to do that kind of like crazy, super, like on the fly brain creation. But you know what? You gotta work out the brain muscles for that to be possible, for it to work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the Twitch chat just gigantic and over my face. Like, I'll make it the whole screen, and then that way it'll be really easy to see anything that anyone writes, and it'll just appear directly over my face. Because who wants to look at this the entire car ride? There are more important things to be discussed, you know? Like randomness. Oh gosh. It is an uncomfortable amount of dark outside. It's like cloudy and overcast, so there aren't even stars out, and you can't see where the moon is. It's like a very foreboding way of being. I don't like it. The other night, you could turn your headlights off, and if your eyes are adjusted, you would be able to drive in moonlight well enough to do it without any like additional headlights. But your eyes have to adjust. Again, you need your pupils to dilate. You need to be able to like your vision. Probably wouldn't work great for people with like astigmatism and stuff like that. But you know, they make it work. 18 miles. 18 miles before we find out whether or not this rest stop is not available. All right. So, I'm going to say this now that I know that my wife has just before this stream. I was driving and I was like, oh yeah, I've got enough gas to get me to the next. There's usually a gas station every, what, you know, every 30 miles at least, 40. And I've got that much gas in my tank. It's telling me I've got, you know, I've got the little readout, little empty gauge. I've got, like right now, I've got 337 miles that I could drive continuously based off of my, you know, miles per gallon that I'm getting on the current drive. And you know, that fluctuates. Obviously, that's not an exact number. I'm not gonna, it's not perfect. Because it may be less, it may be more, it may be off by like, you know, 20 or 30 gallons one way or the other. But I saw, you know, oh, I've got 30 miles left on the gas tank. I can make it to the next gas station, you know. There was a gas station, but it looked like the sign was missing, you know, that light up sign was like punched out, and it said there was a gas station there, but it looked abandoned. And so I was like, there's probably not a gas station there. Maybe I should have stopped earlier, but oh well, I'll just wait till the next gas station and I'll be alright. I come over and I crest the hill, and it opens up wide into like this beautiful valley, and you can just see for miles. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't see anything. I didn't see like a town or whatever has a gas station at it. And I start driving towards it, and I think, okay, all right, I'm going to conserve my gas. I'm not going to drive as fast as I've been driving. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to drive under the speed limit. I'm going to drive behind the big rig and draft them so that I get like the most gas mileage I could possibly be getting right now. And I start, driving behind them, and I'm like, all right, let's get to this exit. I get to the exit, and sure enough, there's no gas station there. It's just a crossroad that leads to somewhere else somewhere. So I don't go down that exit. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna stay behind this truck. I'm still drafting. I haven't changed. Like, I'm starting to get really nervous. I'm like, all right, I've driven now. It's been 15 miles that I've driven behind this truck with no gas station. Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're good. This is okay. I keep driving behind this car, behind this semi, this big rig, and like, there's got to be another gas station coming up. Again, there's another off ramp. There's no gas station there. I'm like, oh gosh, all right, I'm coming up on 25 miles. Like, I had 30 when I last looked at the tank, and it doesn't even give you anymore after you go below 30 miles, like, for your distance still empty. It just shows you a big yellow, you should fill up on fuel sign. It's like, you should have known better, I guess. So I'm just like driving like a grandma behind this semi, hoping that like I can just coast into the fuel gas station. I keep going, and finally, is this story going to have a happy ending? Of course, here I am driving on the road. No one had to come and save me. But I finally came across a gas station. I got off the off-ramp, and you can feel when a car is like handling different because it's super low on gas, like it's just running off the fumes. Like, if you push a little more on the pedal, it doesn't really give more gas, like a whole lot of it. It's just kind of like, it's like, all right. I was feeling that, and so I'm very glad that I stopped. Ooh, I see lights. I see civilization. Would you like to look at the civilization with me? This road is curving, and I looked at that and was very worried. It's like, please be open, please. Everything about this place looked run down and haggard, and this pump is the same pump that they've been using. It's real gas. They didn't just, sell me kerosene or something like that. My car's gonna explode, but yeah, I have a now functioning automobile because that man decided to exist in that location for that very purpose. Oh, that made me less stressed. Take a look at this darkness. Take a look at this. This is the darkness ahead of me. But out there, just in the distance, you can see it, is civilization. There is indeed a city with lights on the horizon that there's nothing. There's nothingness for long stretches of time. 8.7 miles. 8.6. Oh my gosh. And my back, to be honest, feels better than it did this morning. This morning, after waking up, after sleeping in the car, cars are not meant to be slept in stock, you should have preparations that you make. I need to fix the comments. They need to stay up longer. What's up, dude? Passing me on the right. I will get out of your way, but like, you're going places. Yeah, I gotta fix that Twitch chat. first time setting up like a streaming thing on my phone, and it works somewhat fairly well. Is that a place? Maybe it's just a giant wagon wheel. Maybe it's the shape of the streets and then spokes, and there's a central hub, and it's like a wagon wheel, and that's why they call the town wagon wheel. Or maybe a prominent wagon wheel repairman is the mayor of that town. Wagon wheel. Okay. That sounds good. I agree with your life choices and decisions. I bet this place would look really incredible in the daytime right now, because I feel like there's a large swath. I'm coming down a mountain, and I feel like there's a big open area that I just can't see right now. Ugh. I don't like driving in the dark. 4.5 miles. That's it. That's all I got. 4.5 miles, and I'm there. And the rest area, next right, open. Oh, it's handicap. It's open. But you know what? That rest area looks closed. Is it? No, it's not. Maybe I should have stopped there. The other one's gonna be open. Oh, dang it. I just missed the other. Push it. Dang it! It's got to stay on screen longer. That's one of the things I got to change. It's got to stay on the screen longer. Yeah. I should have just went to that rest stop. To be totally fair, I don't know why I just went right past it. Oh. Hey. Open. I don't know what that's in reference to, but yeah. I really am hoping that they're open. Okay. Okie dokie. Here's a question that chat can answer if someone's on it currently. Can you see the chat pop up? They're praying. I'm assuming that's what that says. I can barely see it. Can you see
In 2 miles, take exit 203 toward County Road A123.
Okay, I will. 2 miles. Can you see the chat comments that you comment appear on the live stream? Because, I mean, I'll go back and I'll watch this and I'll check for myself, but it'd be interesting if that gets put into the encode and that, like, everybody can see it, even if they're on Facebook or watching on YouTube or something like that. Because this is also going to Facebook. Fun. So much fun. Oh, boy. Oh, golly gosh, geolookers. I can see them all in here. Not sure about Facebook. I'm going to have to check Facebook comments then later. Seems to have a delay. Yeah.
Now, take exit 203 toward County Road A123.
Half a mile. Alright, here we go. It's focus time. Half a mile. Camping. Exit 203. Is this it? 203. Oh, please be open. It looks like it's
Take
open.
exit 203, then turn left onto County Road A123.
Go back up to that other rest stop that I totally just
Turn
drove
left
right
onto
by.
County Road A123, then turn left onto the ramp to I-40 East.
Oh my gosh, it's making me go back. Alright, cool, we're going back. Although I do see semi-trucks just parked here. Why would it have me
Turn left onto the ramp to I-40 East.
Why wouldn't it have me go to the other rest stop on the other side of the
Continue
road?
on I-40 East for 3 miles.
Unless I accidentally selected the wrong side rest stop when I set this up. Or if the rest stop automatically, like the location of it is, oh, that's strange if that is the case. Well, we're going back 2 miles. I mean, it's only 2 miles, so that's good. And at least I know where it is now. It's in an area that I know. And I know that it's open. So that's good too. So, great. Dang, I should have just gotten off. Oh, I feel dumb now. Now I've been... There's also settings...
In 2 miles, take the exit.
Okay. Rest area, 2 miles, open. Yep, it's the same thing from the other direction. Great. You know what's... should I just go and then come back the other direction? Because... go the right direction when I get out of the rest stop. I can just leave the rest stop and be on the road. Would it be worth it? It would be worth it to drive for just a little bit longer so I can turn around on a bridge. Alright. I'm not getting off at this rest stop. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Why, he says. I am silly.
In half a mile, take the exit.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go further, and then I'm gonna turn around, and then I'm gonna come back, and that'll be fine. And then that's fine. Everything is fine.
Take the exit.
No! I shan't. Verily I say. Henceforth you shall not be known.
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Nope. I mean, it is, but yeah, there it goes. Wonder where the next turnaround is. It's got to be close. It's got to be closer than like 2 miles. There's got to be another place where I can turn around. Oh yeah, 0.7 miles. Okay, cool. All right.
In half a mile, take exit 208 toward Wagon Wheel.
I'm going to Wagon Wheel. I'm gonna find out what Wagon Wheel's all about. Why they named it that way. And who's the mayor? Wagon Wheel. Is this the exit? I can't.
Take exit 208, then turn left onto Old Radar Base Road.
Old Radar Base Road. I wonder what used to be here.
Turn left onto Old Radar Base Road,
I
then
bet it-
turn left onto the ramp to I-40 West.
I bet it was an Arby's. That's why they call it Old Radar Base Road. Roadside business, frontage road. Okay.
Turn left onto the ramp to I-40 West.
Guys, this is a harrowing adventure. I've literally just drove around in a loop wasting gas.
Continue on I-40 West for 5 miles.
Like a big dingus. Alright. Take me home to a rest stop where I can sleep. Maybe it's close. Really close, close. Please be close. Please rest stop. Yes, rest area. Next right. Open. Good. Okay. Alright, now you guys can see what I come upon. I say guys as if anyone's still watching me make a mockery of my life. Exit. Here we go. Oh boy.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-40 West.
Alright. Well, I'm here at a rest stop. Thank you. Woo! Alligator 20. I don't know who that is. But now I can read it because I'm stopped and I'm able to be closer to what's happening here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I made it. Alright, I'm sleeping here on the outskirts of Albuquerque in this car. I'll give you, you know what, let me get a little preview of my setup here. Oh, hey Megan. What's up? Let's do this, because this is how I turn on my lights in my vehicle. Ow! Alright. I sleep over here on this side. I gotta close that and move it out of the way. And then I gotta cover up on my goods. It looks like this place is pretty well lit. There are other people parked here, stopped, sleeping, probably. Yes, on this episode of Cribs, you can see, not worthy of Cribs. Oh my gosh. I'm like legit really tired. And I'm still on New York time, pretty sure. So for me, like, it's 10:52 technically. But yeah. Boy. Okay, I'm going to become unconscious and add to my life experience. Hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.